It's Scott time. And this time, we're gonna get to see Scott shooting some JB Weld bullets. Scott has put out a new video, but he put it out today, and I don't wanna react to it the same day he put it out. So, he's got a new video out. Maybe we'll react to it tomorrow or the day after. I don't wanna react to one of his videos the day it comes out. I don't want to do that because I don't want to take away from his video launches. So we'll watch this one. It's How Lethal Are JB Weld Bullets? So remember we watched the Silver Bullets one with the werewolf. This should be interesting. All right, Scott. Blow me away in 3, 2, 1.
It's not really a very big dent. It's kind of hard to see. He hit it with a fire extinguisher, but I still really want to get it fixed. Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, I gotta have this done in no time. All right, well, I guess I'll see you in a little while. All right, I'll see you later. Say goodbye, Mr. Dent.
I died.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And if I can't fix something with duct tape or zip ties, I move on to JB Weld. It is extremely tough, and today we're going to see just how tough it is because we have bullets made out of JB Weld. So today I have JB Weld bullets in pistol calibers and rifle calibers. We're going to start out with a small round and then work our way up to a very large round. I have a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torso today that has been zombified with green blood. I am very excited to get started, so let's get set up and get to it. So we're going to start out.
Now I will say, if anyone would care to educate me, I am not familiar with JB Weld. If anyone would like to educate me on what JB Weld is, I'm assuming it's some kind of a sealer compound of some sort. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's some kind of a like a crack sealer. It's a epoxy resin. Okay. Okay, epoxy resin. So, that would be pretty lightweight, if I'm not mistaken then. Epoxy resin would be fairly lightweight and not very dead. It might harden pretty. Epoxy can be quite hard, but it's also very lightweight. Yeah, so it's strong, but it's lightweight. So the question today might not be, yeah, the question might not be, is it tough enough to penetrate a ballistics gel dummy, but whether or not it will fly, if it's accurate, and if it'll even fly straight enough to hit the target before going off target. Because I don't think the concussive force of the shot going off, it might. That's the thing. I mean, it is the explosive force from the round going off going to be enough? We can't. Well, we can. I can actually do a poll, but I don't want to do too many because I don't want you guys burning through your channel points. So we will wait. We will watch the first couple of shots to see how they do, and we'll start doing polls maybe when we get to the rifles. I'll maybe do a poll or two when we get to the rifles, because we're going into this blind, so I'm curious how even pistol caliber bullets will fly, because I think it's a question of how accurate are they going to be when they fly. So let's take a look.
Out with a Glock 17 chambered in 9mm, and I have a 9mm JB Weld bullet. This thing weighs about 24 grains. I am not really sure how this is going to go, so we're going to play it safe and lock it down in a vice grip and
Wise
pull the string.
decision.
You might find this hard to believe, but there's actually some guns that I don't want to damage, and this is one of them. So I'm going to put some rags in here so that I don't chew up my grip. So now we got to see if it will chamber this JB Weld bullet. There it is. I'm just going to let her go.
I was looking so closely that actually made me jump. That actually made me jump. Oh god. Okay. That made my heart skip a little bit. Yeah, 24 grain, that's insanely light, which is, no, granted, he's very close. He has the round very close, so there's not a question of of whether or not it will be on target. So that's it's yeah. And I think it'll hold together well. The bigger question for me is how accurate is it at range, versus whether or not it simply fires.
All right. First JB Weld bullet. Here we go. Nope. Ow. Ow!
You just got jammed. Ew.
I moved the gun. I pulled it too hard.
And I want to see that again.
Ow!
Interesting. It didn't ricochet? It did not ricochet. It once again, it basically skims the armpit of the dummy. See, it just skimmed it right there. But he said that's because he accidentally nudged the point of aim. Yeah, and it didn't, and it fired, but it didn't cycle. So my guess would be that because of the significant lightness of the round, it's not causing enough back pressure. It's not, there's not enough weight to cause enough back pressure to fully cycle the weapon. The slide cannot cycle because it's not getting enough back pressure. Yeah, it all went out the barrel, whereas a standard round, the weight would keep that pressure, would keep the gas and the pressure within the barrel enough as it's pushing that round out to cycle the slide. So
I moved the gun. I pulled it too hard. We may have missed him. Yes, I missed him. Thankfully, I have another 9mm. Looks like this may be fairly safe to shoot, so I'm just going to pull the trigger this time. Here we go.
not a lot of penetration. Because that looks like it's the round right there. So it'll shoot at the weapon will shoot, it'll project it, but you're not gonna get much penetration, it looks like. Because it's probably so lightweight that the skin is able to actually offer resistance to it to a degree. Well, yeah, Corey made that's what we're talking about. It sounds lighter because all the gas is escaping so much faster. Like out the barrel, it's just all the gas is escaping out of the barrel much faster. Whereas the boom that you hear with a gunshot is because that explosive gas and pressure is contained longer within the breech where the firing pin strikes the primer. All of that gas and explosive pressure remains in the barrel probably a split second longer, which creates that sonic, the boom. But because the JB Weld round is so light, it's rocketing out of there even faster, and all that gas is escaping much faster. Thus, you have less of a boom. because all the gas is escaping too quickly.
Let's have a look. Wow. Okay. So we've got a little hole right here. Looks like maybe it broke up a little bit, but we got a pretty decent hole
Interesting.
right there. It didn't penetrate very deep. And it looks like it just broke up into a bunch of pieces. Oh dear. Look at this. Oh, nasty. I'm actually quite impressed that the round even made it out of the barrel. You would think that something like JB Weld, it's kind of brittle, and you figured it would just explode, but it didn't. So I'm really excited now for these next few calibers. So up next, we have 45 ACP. I have this stinking awesome Punisher 1911.
Wow. That's a pretty gun. I was like the grip, I don't care about the design on the grip, honestly, but like the matte, the clean matte with that lighter chrome compensator. Like I actually would like to see a different grip. I honestly, this may be an unpopular opinion. I've got no problem with the Punisher. I think the Punisher is an awesome character, but a different grip. A different grip would be better. I think a different grip would complement the finish and the finish of the compensator of this gun a lot more. Maybe like a dark wood grain might look nicer, like without the Punisher skull. But it's still a beautiful looking gun. That's a beautiful gun.
11, and I'm loaded up with a 45 ACP JB Weld bullet that weighs 38 grains. The 9 mil did a little bit of damage. I'm very curious to see if this does any more damage. It is a bigger round, so maybe it won't break up as much.
It's a bigger round, but it's still you're basically looking at scaling. It's a bigger round, but it's still more powder, but it's still gonna be lightweight. Uh, I have a suspicion we might see a little bit more penetration with this one. The slide is still not gonna the slide is I don't think it's still gonna cycle. Yeah. I still don't think the slide will cycle after he fires it. And I question whether or not you're gonna get any better penetration. I mean, maybe, but I really have my doubts. I think you're gonna get a slight amount of penetration, just like the 9mm, and that's it. Because the round's just simply too light. The wind resistance it's going to encounter after leaving the barrel is going to slow it down significantly because it has so little weight. So I just don't think it's going to penetrate.
Hopefully this chambers. It chambered no problem. All right.
I don't know if the round is going to explode before it leaves the barrel. Because like epoxy is very tough. JB Weld is very tough epoxy, but I do think that the detonation of the round, when the round ignites, it's going to weaken it so that when it strikes the dummy, it might break. Or it's I don't think or it may like shear off a piece when it leaves. I don't think it's going to explode. And yeah, Dusty, I have a feeling we're going to see something very similar to the 9mm here.
Here we go.
Okay.
So I made a little whoopsie. I totally shot before we turned on the slow-mo camera on Mr. Zombie here. So that is going to be missing footage. But I do have another 45 ACP, so probably going to
Good.
take one more shot. But before I do, we'll inspect right here. And it looks like we broke his rib. So the old 45 was definitely
Was
hitting
that
the rib. So the old 45.
is that the round right there? Or is that the rib? That looks like it could be the round right there. I don't know. What do you think? You think that's the round? Yeah, you're right. It's I can't see Scott have light loading the powder in these rounds. I can't see him doing that. I'd say they're full loads. Um And I think it's just because it is the much, much lighter round. Because it's the much lighter round, things are just moving faster, gas is expanding faster, and thus it's the sonic wave is able to spread out much faster, and thus maybe it's not as loud. That would be my suspicion.
Was definitely hitting with a lot more force than that puny old 9mm. It's rolling this time. Let's hit him one more time.
Okay? Oh, pieces. There's pieces of it right there that just went flying out. Oh, that's hitting a little harder. Look at that wound channel. Now, it didn't hit bone, so who's to say that the bone wouldn't have stopped it? That's just all flesh and muscle. Muscle might stop it because it is firmer, but
Well, looks like we hit right there. And I believe, is that zip? Oh my gosh. Look at that. It held together great.
whoa! Look at that! That's impressive. That's really impressive. Like it remains it remains solid for the most part. Maybe around the back end here, it's morphed a little bit. Went clean through. That's really cool. I mean, the downside being, of course, you will have to manually chamber every single round, but this is starting to look like, if you had like a single, yeah. So in like a hunting rifle, like a bolt action hunting rifle, this could work. This could potentially work in, say, like a bolt action hunting rifle. At least for what we're seeing so far. I'm gonna be really curious to see how well the rifle rounds handle.
It actually penetrated pretty deep. I'm gonna do a little bit of surgery on this guy. See if we can get that out of there. Cut a little chunk out. Oh, it's probably a little much. Let's have a look at this thing. You can actually see the rifling on
Wow.
the JB Weld bullet.
So it's kind of, yeah. Like, well, the other one, the 9mm broke up. This one held together remarkably well. Like, really well. Well, I mean, you're even seeing the rifling. That's impressive. Really impressive.
It's not cracked or anything. I did really well. Okay, to the left. No, to the left. I said to the left. Ah! Are you
At
injured and don't know where to start? Well, your serious injury could be worth millions. But thankfully, there's people out there like today's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, who is the largest personal injury law firm out there with over 1,000 lawyers and over 100 offices. They will fight to get the best results in your case. They will do what is necessary to get the job done, ranging from car accidents, medical malpractice, defective.
Alright, while we're watching the ad, I'm gonna do a quick, I'm gonna put together a quick poll. And so we'll do a vote on it. So while the ad's running, I'll do this.
Products, they have specialized lawyers for your case. Morgan & Morgan does not have sign-up fees or costs. The fee is absolutely free unless they win. And they've won over $20 billion for their clients because they do not settle for low-ball offers. Did you know that you can start a claim with America's largest injury law firm with just a click? You can start your claim with Morgan & Morgan right now by swinging over to forthepeople.com/Kentucky Ballistics, or you can find that link in the description down below. Again, a big thank you to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's go get back to it. So up next, we are going to move on to 44 Magnum. This is my Smith & Wesson 629 Performance Center with a 2.5-inch barrel, and I have a 34 grain 44 Magnum JB Weld bullet.
Wow.
I only have one of these, so I have decided to scoot up. Here we go. Dang. right? I don't see anything out the back. We hit right here. Oh, and you can see
I'm gonna
that
wait.
round broke up on his rib.
Oh.
Dang. There's pieces of it right here. Oh, dear.
Okay. So regardless of the round, it looks like if it strikes the rib, if it strikes anything solid, it's breaking up. So the concussive force of the round going off is weakening the bullets. So while it will penetrate flesh, it's looking like if it strikes bone, it will break up. Okay, that is helpful in terms of what I can put into this pull.
There's some of the bullet right here on the table. And it seems like the bone stopped it, but there is a lot of damage in there. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Well, 44 Magnum JB Weld bullets are not playing around, but this next caliber I think is...
All right, let's get the pull off. I'm gonna run it for 2 minutes. All right. So, and this is gonna be in reference to either a 5.56 or a 308 round, because I'm assuming he's gonna have one of those. So, let's do it. Two
going to
minutes.
hit Mr. Zombie a little bit harder. So up next, we are going to step it up to 500 Magnum. This is a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum with an 8 3/8 inch barrel, and I have a 500 Magnum JB Weld bullet that weighs 71 grains. This one makes me a little bit nervous, so I'm probably not going to shoot it
I
out of
would
my
imagine.
hand. I'm actually going to vice grip this one in just in case. All right. 500 Magnum JB Weld bullet. Here we go. Oh!
Oh, it was a gut shot, so I don't know if it hit bone. But you can see pieces flying.
Okay, let's have a look, shall we? It appears that our 500 Magnum round broke up into multiple pieces. We have
Yeah, look at that. I don't know if that's part of the Magnum down here, but yeah.
a hole right here, a hole here, and then we've got lots of little chunks
Wow.
all over Mr. Zombie here.
So it broke up after it got fired. Interesting. So the higher powder content ruptured the bullet probably in the barrel, and it probably came out in pieces. So it's that. So yeah, it's the sweet spot at this point is looking like the 45. The 45 looks like the sweet spot in terms of viability. It's not looking good for a rifle round at this point.
Here, this hole, that does seem to be pretty deep in there. Ugh. That one, not so much. So it appears the 500 Magnum was pushing that round a little too hard, and the JB Weld bullet was not able to stay together. We had multiple hits, but it doesn't
We
look
can do
like
slow-mo playback. Yeah. Okay, ready? Slow-mo playback. Yeah, you can see it was like a shotgun blast hitting this entire area. Hang on. I'm gonna slow it down even more. Still a little hard to see, but yeah, it basically shotgun blasted right into that gut. And a whole bunch of the pieces bounced. So, yeah.
So it appears the 500 Magnum was pushing that round a little too hard.
Oh, Corey, I think there was about 5 or 6 pieces. I think it was more than 2 or 3. I think it was about 5 or 6. It was because you had like 2 holes here, and then you had piece here, piece here, piece here. I think it broke up into 5, 6 or more pieces.
JB Weld bullet was not able to stay together. We had multiple hits,
pieces, yeah.
but it doesn't look like we penetrated very deep. So that is it for all of our JB Weld pistol rounds. But before we move on to rifles, I have a 12 gauge shotgun and I have a 12 gauge JB Weld Slug. This thing weighs 204 grains. I am very curious to see if this thing actually penetrates the zombie or is it going to break up
What
like
the
the
hell
500
happened?
Magnum.
Hang on.
All right,
Oh, shoot.
here we
Hang
go.
on.
Holy cow!
Okay, sorry. I was not expecting it to do that. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this aside. Okay.
Weighs 204 grains. I am very curious to see if this thing actually penetrates the zombie or is it going to break up like the 500 Magnum. All right, here we go. Holy cow!
Whoa! That did pretty good.
Okay, JB Weld Slug. Did quite a bit of damage. That is pretty gnarly. It looks like it did break up some,
Yeah.
but golly. Yeah, that's still pretty impressive.
Let's see it again. Because I was screwing with it. Alright, let's look at it
Holy
again.
cow!
That was
Weld
impressive.
Slug.
That was
Did quite a bit
impressive.
of damage. That is pretty.
I would have expected, given the higher powder concentration, that it might have, granted, this, with the slug on a JBL, with a JBL slug, you do have a high, it is larger, so I'm guessing that the larger mass probably helped it somewhat to keep it from breaking up too badly. And, because, I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, probably because my guess is because it broke up, so it broke up in like two pieces when it exited. So, that's probably what created such an explosive entry wound. And it probably had it probably created such a high entry wound like that because it probably has a slower velocity when it hit, because we're used to, of course, a shotgun slug having a much higher velocity because of its weight. So because of its higher weight, it'll have higher velocity when striking. The exit wound explodes out like that because it has a lower velocity. So that's where it creates that much wider exit wound because of the lower velocity. But with this one, it had lower velocity at the entry point. And that's why you basically have an entry point that looks like an exit wound, because it was functionally working at the same level of velocity.
Pretty gnarly. It looks like it did break up some, but golly. Yeah, that's still pretty impressive. I actually brought two of these,
Oh boy.
so let's go ahead and take one more shot. But this time, I'm going to aim a little bit higher.
Okay, okay. Oh, I can't wait to see that in slow motion. Holy shit. Oh my god. That, that took out the brain. That was the brain. Holy shit. Oh my god. Wait, see it again. See it again. Like, the brain bubbled up out like a balloon before it popped. Like, it ripped off chunks of the skull, and the brain literally bubbled up out of the hole and then exploded. Holy shit! God damn, that's impressive.
All right, let's check this thing out. Hey, man, will you hold this for me? Thanks.
Don't treat your gun like your gun has been the most that shotgun's been the most entertaining part of this so far. Be nice to the shotgun. That shotgun is a hero right now. It saved you from a zombie.
It seems we hit right there, and we didn't do a lot of penetration. Actually, we did. It looks like we penetrated pretty good. Just blew the whole top off this thing. That is nuts. I mean, I would argue that that is lethal, wouldn't you? So now it's time to move on to rifles. And the first rifle I have is a Keltec SU-16 chambered in 5.56, and I have a JB Weld 5.56 bullet that only weighs 11 grains. I do not think we're even going to make it out of the end of the barrel. I think you're just going to see a JB Weld fart. Let's see if it chambers. It either just chambered it or it just shoved the bullet into the case. All right, let's see what happens.
It worked.
Let's have a look here. Okay, well, we actually have a new hole.
Yeah.
That round held together and did quite a bit of damage.
Wow.
Which is really surprising because the 500 Magnum bullet broke up into a bunch of pieces. So I figured the smaller round that's supposed to be moving faster would not have even made it to the target. But it did. Interesting. Surprisingly, the 5.56 held together and did a little bit of damage to our zombie torso. So now I am very curious to see what this next round does. This is a JB Weld 308 bullet that weighs 34 grains, and I have a Ruger bolt action 308.
Okay. Well, once we see the results of this, I'll pull up the poll.
308! Holy cow!
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
I'm not really sure where we hit because I was kind of aiming in the same general area. I believe we hit right here.
Look, look, look. Look at the back. It didn't show that it was spilling out the back. Okay, I can't tell if it penetrated or not because he didn't go back there, but all right, let's look at the poll results. So, poll results. Hang on. Correct. Hello, show me the poll. Why are you not showing me the poll? What the frack? Oh, for God's sake, why are you not? Hi, hang on. Hang on. There we go. So, breakup after hitting was at 67. That was the winning. Now, the 308 did look like it broke up. We don't know about the 5.56. He didn't really look. But based on the small hole of the 5.56, I think it's fair to, and the 308, I think it's fair to assume that they did not break up during firing. And unfortunately, he didn't dig it out, so we don't know if it broke up after hitting. So, the 308 looked like it had full penetration. The 308 did look like it had full penetration because...
Well, it is...
Because... Let me... Yeah. Look, so if you see here, there's nothing on the table here when 308 hits.
I'm not really sure where we hit because I was kind of...
Let me say something here. Okay, so it hit here.
I'm I'm not really sure where we hit.
Yeah, so it hit there.
Because I was kind of aiming in the same...
And look, you can see the blood spilling out of the back. I think this went full send and had full penetration. Because it's actually spilling out of the back here. You can actually see the ripples of it spilling out of the back.
General area, I believe we hit right here, though.
So I'm thinking for the 308, whoever had full penetration, you are winner. For the 308, for the 556. So who had? It's not. Oh, here we go. Hang on. All right. So thunder. Okay. It's not showing it to me. It's not showing me who contributed. All right. What is it showing me? Why are you being a little bitch? So it's not showing me who okay. So 556, one person voted for penetrate halfway. Who voted for penetrate halfway for the 556? Okay, so Dova, you got it for the 556. You're winner for the 556. And for full penetration, we had one vote. So who did the full? Baby Divas, you win the full penetration for the 308. So the 308 had full penetration. The 556 looks like it only had halfway penetration. So very nice. No, it's not a reflection of the trees because you can see the liquid.
Not really sure where we hit.
Hang on. That wasn't a reflection.
I'm not really sure where we hit because I was kind of aiming in the same...
Look, that's liquid.
General area, I believe.
That's liquid. And yeah, you're seeing the reflection of the trees in it, but that liquid was not present before the 308 fired. This table is dry before the 308 fired. It wasn't until after the 308 fired that this was present. So I think it went through all the way through the back. I think the 308 got full penetration on it. It sure looks like it to me.
We hit right here though. Well,
oh boy.
It is time for the grand finale.
I don't think that's brain matter. I don't think it's brain matter because like I said, when he was shooting the 556, and before he shot the 308, there was nothing on the tabletop. It was dry. It wasn't until after he fired the 308 that there was liquid. And yeah, now is our favorite time of day. It is 50 cal time, people. Let's fucking go.
JB Weld 50 BMG bullet. This thing weighs 262 grains, and I got a really bad feeling about it in my neck. Sketchy ammo and an orange 50. What could go wrong, right?
Okay. New poll time. New poll time. All right, chat. I'm only gonna have this run this one for a minute. So all right, chat. 1 minute starting now. I'm really curious what's gonna happen with this because that's a lightweight round, and that's a lot of fucking powder in that shell. Well, yeah, break up means like it's gonna break up and just go everywhere. It's not gonna shotgun it. And no, he's not gonna shoulder fire it. He's gonna put it in the sled. All right. So the overall is saying that it's going to break up and shotgun. So let's see if that happens. All right, let's do this.
All right. Here we go.
He is gonna shoulder fire. Holy shit! Is he really gonna shoulder fire this? No way. He cannot be shoulder firing this. Not a chance.
Here we go. You really thought I was going to shoot that with a JB Weld 50 BMG in it. Oh.
Oh, Scott, you got me. He got me. He got me, and he got some of you too. Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say I would. Thank God he's not. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely not. Just taking a quick picture of you, because I'll probably never see you again. Unless you hit that subscribe button. Then we can see each other every week. Keeping this picture, let's scoot back a little further for this one, just in case. Looks pretty good. Here we go. Holy cow, bones come all the way back here. Look at that.
Holy shit! Wow. Wait, hang on. It doesn't look like it fragmented. Holy shit. Look at that. Oh, rewind. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I saw something there. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. Okay, is it just me or did that look like it fragmented coming out of the barrel? That looked like it fragmented coming out of the barrel. I thought I saw pieces. Although it looked like one round, a singular round came through. I thought like I saw here. It could just be powder. There could be powder. What do you mean it didn't go through? What do you mean it didn't go through? We saw it come out the back. Look! Watch, right here. Right there, there's the round. It went through the back. So that looked pretty solid. So I think it looked solid. I don't think it broke up. I think it stayed together. It looked like I'm thinking what I was seeing here was powder. The round looked like it stayed together. Hopefully he's able to retrieve it. Because it did go through. That was full penetration. So it was full send. And full penetration. I don't know if we could classify that as it exploded it. I kind of wish he'd aimed a bit higher. I kind of wish he'd aimed it at the head, honestly. But stayed together. It looks like it didn't broke up. Full penetration. You had a good size entry and exit wound here. I don't know if we can call that full explosion now. Yeah. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's hopefully he shows the exit wound and hopefully he can find the round. Hopefully he can find the spent round.
Holy cow. Okay,
Okay.
come back here. You can see that he is still smoking.
Huh.
Got some smoke coming out of him. We actually made it all the way through him that time.
Full ped.
That is insane. Holy cow. So I guess we hit right here.
That's
See,
through
he's
the
got a
heart.
big new hole here. Oh, it hit right there, actually. That's where it hit. And then, yeah, we went completely through him. What is this? Is that a bone? Wait a second. That we got turned sideways
God.
inside him.
Oh my
What
God.
the heck? We got another one back here. This is broken too. Oh. Okay. Well, JB Weld 50 BMG bullets. I'm going to say those are pretty lethal.
Yeah. I mean, holy shit. The JB Weld, the 50 BMG and the 308. So 3 rounds were, oh, and I got a full that pull. 3 rounds that were, yeah, it's the only exit wound in that. All right. So yeah, let's see. Penetrates the zombie. We had 4 votes. Who who voted who voted full pen? Who voted full penetration? All right, Eki, Couch Potato, Dusty, and who else? We got one more. We got a 4th vote. Who voted full pen? No one else wants to claim the 4th spot. All right, but all right. So Eki, Couch Potato, Eki, Couch Potato, and Dusty. This one is for you guys. This one's for you guys.
Bang, 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 bang.
Okay, Twitch was being weird. Alright. So guys, that was it's a little reward. You get the bang bang.
I don't know about you, but I was very impressed with the JB Weld bullets. Let me know what you thought about them in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, give today's
Okay,
video a like. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, hit that subscribe button.
This is gonna be one way to kill the zombie. Oh my.
Also, be sure to check me out on Kentucky Ballistics breakdowns and Kentucky Customs. And while you're at it, swing over to Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to Kentucky Ballistics.
Yeah, Eki, I'm a little disappointed he didn't. I'm really disappointed he didn't go with the head. I was hoping we'd get a werewolf part 2, where he just exploded the head. But I guess he was trying to gauge whether or not it was viable. So it was still really impressive.
.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
You almost fucked up the back of his truck. Squish. Yeah, squish those. Yeah. Wolf. Smoosh. Pancake. Yeah, he came real close to messing up his truck.
Oh, holy moly! That was the most damage we've ever done to a zombie torso at once. Look at this! It ripped him clean in half! Holy cow!
Well, if you have a zombie problem, now you know how to fix it. Easy, just drop a safe on it.
Wow! Well, if you're ever trying to move a gun safe into a 10-story apartment building, I would definitely be careful.
Oh my god. Oh, bad idea. Oh my god, he could be tearing up so much underneath this. I know it's a tough truck, but those legs could be tearing off hoses or something. Oh god. Oh my god. He's so goofy. That was fantastic. That was fantastic.